Another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the most underrated NHL players from every NHL team. Let's get in. First we have the Anaheim Ducks, Adam Hernique. He's a very underrated player. I think because he's surrounded by a lot of older players and younger players. He's not the flashiest or most productive player, but Hernique has been a strong addition to the Ducks. Yeah. Next we have for the Arizona Coyotes. This should be an easy one. Connor Garland. He is a very talented player. The Coyotes have quietly and quickly become a large payroll team and have spent the past couple of years acquiring some bigger names. Phil Kessel, Taylor Hall, Derek Steffen, Nicholas Hamstrom, and Carl Soderberg. But they've all have been recent additions, and that's why I think Garland's very quiet, because they have all those other big names. Next up we have the Boston Bruins. I think my hometown team, I would go with Charlie McAvoy. He's a very underrated defenseman because there's Chara, a lot of other players that he was playing with, and that team's so stacked that they don't recognize him, and they got him in the first round, and he's going to be something really big this year with Grizzlick. The most underrated player on the Buffalo Sabres would be Sam Reinhart, because it's Jack Eichel that's making him not look the best. But he's been productive the last couple of years, 30-goal seasons, a couple of them. And I think he's been very productive for them, but now he doesn't play for them anymore. The Calgary Flames, we have the goaltender David Ritchie. David Ritchie has been very good for goaltending. He has been one of the biggest questions for this Flames team, but Ritchie has really taken big steps toward solidifying that spot. This is his first year as the team's full-time starter, and he had played his way into the NHL All-Star game. Considering how his career began, undrafted, playing for 2 years in the Czech Republic League, he is quite the successful story. The Carolina Hurricanes, we have Tito Teravainen. Don't roast me in the comments just because I can't say that name, the first name, but Teravainen is a very young player. He's in the shadows of Svechnikov and what's his name? Sebastian Aho. He's like in the shadow of them, and Dougie Hamilton, because all three of them are really good, but he's been producing lots of points every season, lots of plus every game, and he's just been a great addition. The Chicago Blackhawks, I'm going to go with Alex DeBrincat. He's very, very underrated. He's now on the first line like he was last year, but he was an underrated player. Got like 20, 25 goals a season, 40, 50 assists. He's a very productive player, and I thought he was in the shadows of everyone. And yeah, that's the player I picked for Chicago Blackhawks. And for the Colorado Avalanche, Jonas Donskoy. He's a very good player, I think, because they have that first line, and they have Cale Makar. He's just very not looked at as much as all of those players because he's in the shadows of them. He's been really productive for the Avalanche, and they have a great addition. If one of them get hurt, he's a really good addition for that. And for the Columbus Blue Jackets, he never is talked about. Cam Atkinson. He's a very good player from Boston College. But Cam Atkinson has been one of the best goal scorers over the past 5 years. I mean, you can't really say much if he's like barely recognized. For the Dallas Stars, I'm gonna go Hudobin. If you guys don't know who that is, he's the backup goaltender. He has been outstanding in the playoffs. He helped the Dallas Stars go to the Stanley Cup 2 years ago in the playoffs. And he's just been really good. He's been a good backup goalie and a starter goalie for the Boston Bruins and all the other teams he's gone to. But he's been a really solid goaltender the last couple of years. And for the Detroit Red Wings, we have Roby Fabry. He's a very underrated player because of Dylan Larkin and Tyler Mantha and all those players. But he's been really productive the last couple of years. And, I think he's a really good young star. For the Edmonton Oilers, we have Oscar Klefbom. He's a very good player because of Conrad David, but Klefbom is a really productive player. The Florida Panthers, I'm going to go with Alexander Barkov. I think he's very underrated because of, I don't know why, but he's been 30, 40 goals a season with 20, 30 assists, and yeah, I think he's been really productive. Guys, just to let you know, this is part 1 out of part 2. I'm making part 2 right after this video, so yeah. Don't you guys forget to smash that like button. Road to 100 likes, and we're also smash that subscribe button, okay? Smash it. And if you do, you might have a special. You never know. Road to 100 subscribers. Los Angeles Kings, Jack Campbell, because he's a goaltender for the Kings. He's very underrated only because of Quick is on the team, and yeah. And last but not least, we have the Minnesota Wild. We have Jared Spurgeonson from the Wild. He's been very good, I think, but he's been in the shadows of lots of players, and I think he's like very productive. He's very good. 20 goal seasons, lots of seasons with 30 assists. So, guys, thank you for watching this video. Part 2 is coming out. We have the rest of the NHL teams coming up. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button. It turns blue when you hit it. Subscribe. Guys, I'll see you in the next video.